Ladies and gentlemen, voted Long Island's best podcast by a bot farm in Russia, it's the Adult Baby Show.
I'm a sweet boy.
I'll let a girl suck any part of me. I mean, honestly.
It's just in my mouth, just.
Oh, like, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except getting to work on time.
You just ruined my day. Fuck your day.
Oh, let's get the feet involved.
It's not a nut. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud with you.
Some people
Yeah.
are absolutely disgusted by me.
He ain't lying.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 315. I am B.
Chick.
I'm Ryan.
Oh, I'm Pat Dunn.
Pat Dunn is here with us, guys.
He's graduated to the self-introduction,
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you never know. You throw it on him. We'll see what happens. How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Thanks for
Welcome
having me
back.
on. Thank
I
Welcome
like
back.
the Brunson 316 shirt.
you. You know it, brother.
There we go. It's
support.
on
I like
Knicks.
Yep.
I like it.
Love them Knicks, huh?
I just noticed that shirt.
Just noticed it. Just noticed. Chick high as a kite.
Quick. He's quick.
He is quick. He is
That
quick.
is.
How's everybody feeling? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Everybody's
feeling good.
Halloweens were fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
What
I
did
had a good one.
What did I do for Halloween? Sat in my apartment.
I did a photo shoot with my sister.
Oh, that was on actual Halloween?
Yeah, I think that's going to be my new tradition.
She did good. She looked good. What was she, like
Yeah.
one of the...
Pennywise?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
All right.
but like, the female.
the female version.
Not sexy. Like, she didn't do like a sexy Pennywise, but,
Yeah.
it was certainly not.
Classy.
Yeah. No,
Classy.
no sexy photos with the sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm
Gotta
not
limit
above
yourself.
that.
You don't. what-
I'm not above that. Yeah, you know what we're talking to?
If it's like I'm a photographer, like I can look past that.
You look past
I
it.
mean, not,
You're a photographer first and a brother second.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's right.
Your wife's a bit of a. She does a lot of
Yeah, she
photos.
does modeling and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would it be weird if we did a photo shoot?
I'd allow it. I'd have to be there though.
That doesn't sound very trusting of me. Either one of us, really.
He's heard the stories. He's like, I might want to be in on this.
You keep your location on. For this one.
I'm always looking for a model, so
All right.
Yeah.
Let's set that up.
You've never asked me or Chick to model for you.
yes, correct. I
look
know,
good.
but I do. I want to do an adult
An adult
babies
babies
shoot. Yeah, I
photo
do.
shoot.
I
We
wanna do
should.
yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, and I just got a new fog machine that's so sick.
Oh.
Yeah, so like I want to like.
Do we do it in a
trying to-
playroom?
A playroom?
Like a joke?
Like a baby
A
thing.
baby?
Like a baby
Oh,
thing?
yeah,
Like
Or do we
rent
do
out
it
a
like
nursery school.
Yeah,
Or
Put
do
the
we
fog machine up.
Or do we do it like a rap cover?
that's funny too. Like a late '90s like No Limits rap cover. Could we do
Yeah.
that?
I was
Yeah.
thinking more like Nas, like when he's in this project, you put me in
Yeah.
like the court in front of my house.
Two live
I'm in the
babies.
Yeah, or like me as a baby on the front of it.
Yeah, no, I'm into. I would love to do a adult babies photo shoot.
I'm there.
Yeah,
Can I tell you something about a fog machine?
yeah,
I like the way it smells.
yeah. They do smell good.
They smell fun. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's
Yeah.
like
It smells fun. You're like a fog machine's always at a fun.
yes, it's at a
activity.
party, right? I don't know.
Well,
I
it's like the smell reminds you of fun. So
It does,
it's-
but I like the smell of it. I
Yeah.
like the smell.
You
of
know
it.
what I also like now that you see is so like when we were younger and you had to take like your team photos or your photo for you, they would just like prop you up kneeling. You would take a photo and then they would put it like as like a baseball card, and that was like the most you get. Now they have these kids that like they put them in something, they throw like dirt up. They
That's
fucking,
what
yeah,
I'm trying to do. I told you.
Yeah,
if
you
you
would
want to
do it, right?
I started following a guy who does that, and I'm like, oh, I want to do this. I have all the equipment to do that shit now, and this fog machine would help. So I'm like, if you want to do shit like that with your nephew,
Get the
Oh,
team.
I gotta
Like,
get my
let's-
nephew in for it.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it.
They like throw like it was like a baseball that put it on. You're like,
Yep.
it's pretty fucking cool how they do
Ah,
it.
Yeah.
yeah, I like
Put
it.
lights behind it,
Yeah, yeah,
smoke
yeah.
behind
Yeah,
it.
you should definitely do that. I mean, you have kids all over the place that you could bring.
Maybe
in
I'll
for-
do for my team, like a team photo shoot. Oh,
There we
that's the
go.
fog machine.
Come on, let me smell it.
That looks like the inside of Chick's car.
It really does. That's
It looks
how
good
I
on
say.
camera too. I want to do a whole podcast just in smoke. I guess
We
we
should
are.
have did our Halloween
we are.
episode in
I know.
smoke.
We could
I
do
know.
it. We could do this one in smoke.
Yeah.
Now,
love
where
it.
does this go though? Is it like good to put like?
No, probably not.
All right, I wasn't sure.
There's
what
no
it- I don't
ventilation down
care.
here at
Like
all.
I'll take all the. I'll inhale anything.
It's good. I did a
but-
photo shoot down here once with
Doesn't it smell fun?
I'm
Yeah, it
I'm
does.
having a blast.
Yeah.
Maria Cole, Joey Cola's daughter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we did a
Okay.
photo shoot down here once, and I used the fog machine. It just kept like,
Yeah.
I kept having to stop and open the door. And, yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, this is brand new. Like I have like a fog machine that you see like on a dance floor when it's
Right.
up. But then this is like the new thing, which is essentially just a vape. Because like that's just a vape machine that they just figured out how to make it like it's electronically like
So it's
somebody
like
pulling
inhaling
on
for
it.
you
It's
and
like pulling
puffing.
and puffing by itself. It's just all it is. You put a juice in it and then you just push
Look
it
at
and
that.
it smokes it.
Can you put flavored ones or
I mean,
colored
probably.
and shit?
probably
I don't know if they
could.
sell it, but
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you put just vape juice in it, if you can just.
I wonder if we could do
Oh
that.
my god.
The expensive smoke machine.
I would just say
I love it.
don't leave that in front of him because that would get smoked.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
it would. It would.
But I can't wait to use this thing.
That's
so.
really cool.
That
I
is
like
pretty
it.
cool.
I like it.
So if she's into, she wants to do a smoke photo shoot, let me know.
All right,
always
Smoking.
looking for-
smoking. Oh God, that stuff. Somebody stop me.
Oh man. Can I gloat? I was very proud of myself.
Gloat about
I would
your
love for you
gout?
to- I'd love for you
No,
to
no,
gloat.
the gout's over. Gout lasted almost a solid week, but I had to get blood work, and I've
Did you get allergy tests?
It's been no, it was specific blood work. He's about, ask me what I'm allergic to. It doesn't
Yeah.
work that way.
Nothing.
So anyway, it's been well documented my fear of passing out on this podcast.
Okay.
Through giving blood, I've oftentimes asked them to stick me twice.
Yes, we
'cause I-
talked about that. Yeah.
So I went in on Monday. I happened to have off yesterday, and I said, "All right, the universe is telling me I got to go do my blood work right now." And I went there, and I was strong. And I didn't cause a fuss for the first time in maybe 25 years.
Good for you.
I didn't cause a fuss. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but like I was so proud of myself that I did it. I didn't even ask them to stick me twice.
Wow.
So I think I'm growing. I think I've turned a corner.
Come a long way.
That's great.
I have. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but
It
was
doesn't sound
it was-
ridiculous.
Not
it was-
coming from you.
It
This
was big
sounds
news in my world.
Yeah.
This is very tame for him.
This, my favorite thing I've ever said on this podcast came from you. Getting like that. There's a clip where I said, because you were worried about stick my left arm and right arm.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
said you act like you got left and right blood.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
my favorite line that I've ever said. On it. Like that's my
Yep.
most proud moment on this podcast.
Yeah.
Was that line. So
Well, it's all
thanks,
done now.
Thanks for
course.
having an issue up until now, so I can get that line out. That's
Yeah. So, did it yesterday. Very
Good for you.
excited.
So
No
did you get the
results.
results?
All right,
You don't
yeah.
even care about the results. You're just proud you were
No,
able
I'm
to do the
pretty sure the
test.
result.
his results are I was able to give blood.
Yeah, that's really all I can. No, I go to the doctor in maybe 2 weeks, so I should know then. But I feel good, so I should be all right. As I say that, 2 weeks from now, I'll be like, it's over, guys. But I actually feel fantastic. So.
Great. Even
I
with
want-
those glasses on, huh?
What do you think of those glasses?
like them.
Neither do I. I made that apparently clear on the way here.
Those are the ones that were like you got 6 of them, just like
No,
that.
no. These are different.
These
pairs.
are
What do
new.
you think? Who do you think would wear those types of glasses?
You're
A lady librarian.
Take it.
I'll go
They're
with
I
tortoise.
said an old woman.
These are
Yeah.
tortoise shell
Okay.
glasses.
They act like that's a masculine thing.
What's wrong with tortoise shell?
He's like, what? These are tortoise shell.
Tortoise
Yeah.
shell is stylish.
Yeah, for like your aunt with
No,
who
no,
has,
no,
like,
no.
cats.
That's boring. That's boring. This is fun.
This is just normal, like, because I wear them all the time, not as a fucking
You know what bothers me?
bit.
Last week I couldn't see. My eyes have gotten worse, and we're driving home last week, and I'm looking something up. I can't read it, and he's like, "Jesus Christ, would you wear your glasses?" And now I wear my glasses, and I've gotten nonstop shit
Well.
from it.
Well, because I thought he was going to have normal glasses.
Just because he wants you to wear glasses doesn't mean he wants you to wear those glasses.
Well, these are the glasses I own. All right, these are I got them from Peepers. These are the ones I have. What do you want from me?
Terrible company name. I hate
Well,
it.
Well,
it's-
but I liked that pack of 6 you got. I liked those better
No,
than
those
these.
look ridiculous.
I
If
like
you
them
think
better.
those
Yeah,
look
those look
ridiculous,
ridiculous,
and that
yeah.
No, those were so big. They were so big, and I went a little
prefer
smaller.
that.
Pat, have you ever had to wear glasses?
Yeah, I had glasses and then I got LASIK a few years ago.
Oh yeah, is that yeah?
Wait,
your
so-
eyes look so blue, like the
Now are
ocean.
your eyes like?
Don't get lost in them, baby.
Tell me about the LASIK, because LASIK won't work for me. They've told me it wouldn't fix the issue that I have.
no laser.
So did you go
Get
in
through
there
that.
and like you could see like, and then boom, you got the LASIK, and now you're like, wow, I could see 20/20 without anything.
It's like I still have my glasses on in my dreams because I had them forever.
Wow.
But
That's weird.
LASIK took
Dreaming 4 eyes.
took a minute and a half in and out. And
Get out of here, really?
Yeah, super quick. Then you're just blind for a day and a half, or sometimes longer, depending on what doctor you go to.
Is that like a thing?
If they fuck it up, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Do
that's-
they? Like, does that
I don't think
happen?
it's very common, but
It's not common, but
yeah.
it's happened.
I guess it,
That's a big risk for me because that's one of my biggest
If it's
fears.
happened once.
If it's happened once, like
Yeah,
I can't get past being blinded on a surgery I chose to do. Like I wouldn't be able to stomach that.
yeah, the day and a half I was blind was not ideal.
yeah. That's
And
gotta
you're
be
like
scary.
real blind. Like,
Yeah, couldn't see shit. But it's,
Black.
and you got those big things over your eyes.
Yeah,
man, I can't see shit.
can't see shit.
So what do you do in that time?
I took a lot of Xanax and NyQuil, and just put myself in a mini coma.
That's what I would want
I'm not
to
a
do.
medical professional. So.
Yeah, that's probably not the best way to do it, but that's how you would handle. Now, how come you can't do laser?
It's not laser, it's LASIK. But
He can't speak. Something's happening here.
Well, isn't it a laser that shoots into your eyes?
No, they like cut off the front part of your cornea.
Oh, it's a cut.
But did they use a laser? I mean,
I guess they do.
I thought I thought
Wasn't
it was
a knife.
laser.
No, I get it. Because I don't know. I had a lazy eye. I don't know what the medical term is for
Now you
it.
have a lazy everything.
Yeah.
It sure does. It sure does.
But it wouldn't fix that. So I
yeah, well, I
can't
think
get
if
it.
you have like a stigma, it doesn't fix this.
Yeah, it doesn't fix everything.
So you gotta
Because I think that's
pass
what they
the
told
test.
me is that I can't get it. I'm not
Would you get it?
if they said it, I think they told me the same thing. I don't qualify for
Yeah.
it. But if they did, then I would get it.
I would do it in a second. I've had
Yeah,
glasses
I
my
hate
whole
wearing
life.
glasses.
I don't hate wearing them, but I would love to not be able to, like, because when I don't wear my glasses, I can't see shit. So to me, that would be crazy if I could take my glasses off and see.
You're the kind of guy that when you take your glasses off, you even look funny. Like you look.
Well, that's
You know,
because
you're
I
so
wear them
used to 'em.
24/7. Like I never don't have them on.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of guy.
What's wrong with your eyes? That they won't allow it. Like, do you have a
Hey,
certain?
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't pay attention when I go to the doctor.
Yeah.
But they so I think I have astigmatism, which I don't know. Is that like a oddly
is a
shaped
thing.
eye? What is that? I don't know.
I don't know what the hell that is.
I had one. I don't know what it was because I'm not asking questions at the doctor.
Yeah.
But every single nurse or person I saw at the LASIK told me, "Oh, you have astigmatism." I was like, "Yep." Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know
we
if that's
don't know
my,
what that
I
is.
don't know.
No
I
idea.
should ask. I should follow
Why
up.
not
Maybe
ask?
but
There
they
are
asked me
different
about
types.
contacts. And I'm not doing that. I'm not touching my eye.
I did contacts from probably like middle school to high school, and then I used to get headaches if I wore them for a while, and occasionally you'd fall asleep. I was just like, you know what,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Done. Yeah.
And now I'm just a glasses guy.
Hey, and you know what? You
But
look
I hate
good.
glasses because my eyes magnify.
Oh yeah. you
I
look-
know, like everybody could see it, but I always feel like I'm just walking around with these googly eyes.
It is funny.
It was like that Mr. Magoo.
yeah, and they're barely open usually because I'm ripped.
Now-
So it's like I have big slits.
Yeah.
Were you
For
were you
eyes.
insulted at all by the text I sent earlier with the guy going through the Rolodex?
No.
Okay.
Why would
Did
I
you
be-
think he was?
Well, he didn't respond for a while.
He didn't
Oh
respond. for
no,
a
I
while.
just didn't see any. I didn't respond on
So I
any
don't know if
text.
they. So B texted this morning. Are we recording tonight? I said up to you guys. He said it's good for me, and then we just waited for hours for Chick.
Yeah, that's
so, but in that waiting, I asked AI.
Oh, that was AI.
Yeah, I gave him a couple prompts, and I sent a picture. I said, and I said, this is Chick trying to find a reason why you can't record tonight. And it was just, I'll show.
It looked like if Stavros and Chick had a
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was wondering where you got that from.
That's a
Yeah,
great
and I
description.
asked AI to design a picture of. I
Now, is that
gave it some
Chat
prompts.
GPT?
Yeah.
Wow, they do a good job.
They do everything, huh? This thing.
Oh yeah.
They even know you.
I'm trying to get my money's worth. Yeah, I just said, give me a picture of Chick looking through a Rolodex. No,
Oh God.
So Pat, what's going on with you?
Oh, nothing, man. Exciting year. Got engaged.
Congrats.
Woo!
Did that. Got a puppy. So that's my life.
Tell us about the pup.
Oh God, I love him. Got So we got a like a terrier mix.
Did you buy or adopt?
Yeah, did you rescue?
There you go.
Adopt, something.
All right,
People get
good.
mad when you buy these days.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm sorry.
No, yeah, ask me a question then. You
Yeah,
speak.
but no, real quick. People get mad at people who buy, but like if you don't buy those dogs, what happens to them?
But
yeah.
you're gonna get a dog anyway. So you take it out of a rescue, and then if those breeders can't sell their dogs, then they'll just stop breeding, and then that business will fail. So if you just stop
What
buying
about like a
from breeders,
store?
that's all they come from breeders. That's even worse. Like it's
That's
like,
what I'm saying. But don't those dogs need to get bought? Like you get what
Yes.
I'm saying though? Like
yeah, but the goal is to not create a
Want.
in a it's a supply and demand. So if people stop buying from stores,
everybody's
then they'll
adopting.
start doing like, and you don't want to prevent all breeding because we want dogs.
yeah.
But there's
You don't want overbreeding.
you don't want overbreeding. So it's got to be.
Is it really likely that this will ever end? Like, is there any real reason
probably
to
not.
end it? Like, is there any real way to stop it?
No.
No, but like I said, if you stop supporting
I
the
got
people
you.
who are irresponsibly breeding dogs,
Fair enough.
You could try to
Right.
make a dent, right?
Yeah, no,
it's
I got you.
it's really all about your conscience. Like
Yeah, well, listen,
it's
I'm all
like
about it. I
if-
just was curious.
Like I wouldn't be
about
able to
it.
live with myself if I knew that I was supporting an irresponsible breeder.
Well, you can make a dent by going out to adopt. So, guys, we,
Yeah.
we urge you go out there, adopt.
Go
a
out.
I would have a dog
Puppies.
tomorrow if I did not work such long days.
Me
there'd
too.
There'd be a
Me
dog
too.
right here, right now.
Yeah, if I didn't work from home, there's no way I could raise the puppy. No, not happening.
Yeah.
Now, when you're looking for this dog, did you have a specific type in mind, like a size, a shape?
No, it kind of. So my fiance's parents lived down in North Carolina. So one of their friends went to like South Carolina. They picked up like a big like trailer for the house or what have you. So they're driving a few hours back, and the guy pulls over like, let me make sure the trailer's like secured. Opens it up. There's a pregnant dog in there.
Oh,
And he's calling the people. He's like, hey, I have a dog. You left your dog here. Called them. They eventually blocked the number.
oh my God!
Wow.
Then the dog had puppies. So I hear this story. I'm like, oh my God, it's awful. I'm like, oh, I guess we're going to have to bring these puppies to the pound. So I took one.
Pound puppies.
Pound puppies. Remember that show?
I do.
So I took the boy. Fiance's mom took a girl. Her best friend took a girl. And then the two others stayed with the trailer people.
With the trailer.
The people who had a trailer. I'm sure they have a house. in it.
sure.
What about the big dog that had the puppies?
They kept that one too.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so they kept 3. I'm like,
And do you know what type of dog?
Why'd
Maybe
you
it's
take the boy?
I wanted a boy dog. I never had one. So
penis?
I've always had girl dogs,
Yeah, dude,
and
I
I
did-
like them because they don't pee all over the place.
yeah, I mean, if you train the animal, they'll be fine. But yeah,
I just was always told male dogs are just pee like everywhere. But
No,
I've never had one. I've only had females.
I've never noticed that.
no, he's 6 months old. I've had him for 3 months now. So yeah, he's excellent. But yeah, boy dog penis,
Penis. It's
disgusting.
a little weird.
It's grotesque.
The ball does it have the balls attached? Still.
Yeah, still. I'm good.
Yeah. You gonna chop them or you
Yeah.
gonna let them?
Bob Barker, we're raised on
Yeah.
Price is Right, so you listen to your idols there.
Yeah.
I got a friend with a dog named Bob Barker.
Ooh,
That's a good name for a
Isn't it?
So
dog.
what is your dog's name?
Lemmy,
Lemmy.
After?
Motorhead.
Even I know that.
No, I just want to explain to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I'm a metalhead, and I was like, I love the name Lemmy for an animal, so I've kept this like in the holster forever.
Yeah.
I saw his face markings, and it looked like Lemmy's like big moles on the side of his head. We'll do a picture-in-picture for you guys
Oh,
at home.
okay.
Saw his face markings, like, dude, Lemmy's a perfect name for this guy. So,
All right. Now, who do you like more, the dogs or the cat?
oh, I love my cat.
The dog or the cats?
Is the dog letting itself known that he's the top dog, like the
No.
top?
So I have 3 cats. So the oldest one is like, yeah, this is my house, dude. But the dog is awesome with them. No fighting.
No fighting.
Yeah. get
So
them
who do you
along.
like more? You never
Oh,
answered.
I thought you were gonna say, who do you like more, the dog or your fiance?
That's what I thought he was
Yeah,
going to say.
Well, we could add her. Like,
yeah,
who's your
well,
favorite?
Yeah, rank
rank
that in the household. Rank everybody.
Rank everybody in the house.
The cat is number 1.
Which one?
Max.
Max, of
Yeah,
course.
you've met Max.
original.
Yeah.
That's your original cat.
When she moved in, she brought in 3 cats. So,
Yeah.
One of the originals?
she moved in with 3, so I have all the 3. So.
That's what I'm saying.
So they all you got them. You got all those cats at
Got
the
all
same
of them.
time. Yeah.
I met Max. Max is a little, I don't know.
Was that a tough decision to
Flirty.
let her in with 3 cats?
No, because I mean we were dating for years at this point.
Yeah,
so,
but
like,
were you a cat guy?
Yeah.
The whole time.
He had Trent, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
look
that's
at you,
right.
dude.
Trent was before. Okay, that was your own.
I know
cat.
all of his cats.
These are some real friends here. Yeah.
Yeah, because he won't shut up about them.
I love. I don't care. I
No,
love it.
I know all your cats and dogs.
I'm just
and
happy
what
that
dogs.
you're getting into dogs.
Thanks.
He's just getting into dogs now.
Because you can't
All
just
right.
be a cat guy. It makes it better when you have a dog too.
Yeah. it's
Right,
A lot
right.
of fun. So anyway, he's a terrier mix with a German Shepherd.
Ooh.
So when we're getting him, like, oh, he's probably like 30 pounds, and I held him the first second I got him. Yeah, easily 30 pounds, and right now he's probably 70.
Wow,
Is
really?
he 70 already?
Yeah, dude, he's only 6 months. Gigantic.
Oh, you got
That's
a big
awesome.
dog.
Big dog.
All right, and they all get along.
Yep.
There's all they all get along. That's good. That's good.
Thanks. Nice
Well,
happy family here.
I'm happy for you,
But
man.
let's go
That's
back to
very
the
exciting.
rankings.
It doesn't make for a very
So we got
fun
Max. I
podcast
wasn't letting
story,
you
but-
go on that.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryan hated that story. We'll move on.
No, I
Just
want to
like,
know the
oh,
rankings.
yeah, I have animals and they all get along. It'd be like, for the podcast, it'd be better if it was like some crazy shit
Yeah.
happening over there.
Fighting like cats and dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I got a bunch of dogs. I have them fighting like Michael Vick. So
Yeah.
That's what we're doing here.
Well, I think he did rank him. I think it's Taylor, your fiance's
You
number
didn't.
one.
He didn't say Taylor. He said Max
He said
first.
Max, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's
But-
election day today, huh?
So it's Max,
Enough.
Taylor,
This bit's going nowhere.
Trent.
Oh, no, Trent's the one forever.
It is election day today, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did everybody hit the polls?
I hit the polls.
We
had
won't ask who everybody
earlier.
voted.
I voted
for.
earlier
Pat, did you vote?
I did.
B, you
I
said
did vote.
you did vote.
I
last
voted.
week.
So I'm the only non-voter this week.
That's
This
interesting.
year.
Week or this
This week,
This
yeah.
year, this election.
Yeah. You'll get him next week.
I've said that I've voted every election since I've been able to.
Until today.
Until today, and I
There's
won't.
like a time.
I don't want to. I'm purpose. I had the time today to vote, and I'm not doing it.
What time do the polls close?
Usually like 8 or 9.
Yeah. You have time.
Yeah.
I'm not watching. I'm not watching the returns.
When do you think we'll know by?
I really don't know.
Neither
I mean,
do I.
You know,
I don't think
when
I'm
Trump
confident
won,
it won't be
when
today.
Trump won the first time, we knew that night, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Now,
we
do you
didn't
think?
know.
Do you think if he wins again, there'll be a headline that says Trump beats women?
How long are you thinking of that?
It just came to me one day. I was like,
came
you
to
know,
me one day.
yeah,
He
I don't
only
think
beats
we'll know
women,
tonight.
and he lost
yeah.
to two.
Trump
he
beats
lost to a
Trump,
guy.
Trump beats women. Yeah,
Yeah, he does.
can't put him up. Can't put women up against this guy. He beats
He
him.
beats him.
Yeah,
I actually was. It was funny because I said I thought Trump was going to win the second one, but he didn't, and I was confident that he would win. That he wasn't going to win the first one. This
So
one,
you don't know shit.
I don't. But
Well,
my
yeah.
point was this time, like I don't even know. Like
I really don't know.
I
Either.
don't know either.
if I was to bet on it, I don't know who I would bet on.
The crazy thing is you could gamble on the election winner.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Which
keep
is-
seeing
You can't
that.
gamble
Like-
on the election.
Yes, you
Yes,
can.
you can. It's
I
a whole new app.
looked
that
at
It's
can-
not on that app.
Oh, because it's not illegal in the
it's
United
not,
States.
It's not going to be on DraftKings.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was gonna, that's what I was going to ask. I didn't know.
No, I honestly looked
I
just
have
to see.
I have a
It's-
live election profit boost.
It's all on. It's a specific site though. You can
Yeah.
bet on all this.
That's
What's it
wild.
called?
Kalsi, Kalshi.
Yeah, something-
That's got to be offshore because that's not legal in the United States to gamble on.
Any
the
website I've been
presidency.
on today is popping up there.
So who are the? What do you know? What the odds are?
What are
Trump,
the odds?
Trump was like minus 170.
Which for anybody who doesn't know,
I'll explain.
okay.
All right, so God, minus 170 means you have to bet $170 to win $100.
So it's a little less than a 2-1 favorite.
Yeah, and
What was Kamala?
like plus 130, meaning if you bet $100, you win $130.
So she's the underdog. Are you betting?
No, I'm not betting.
Oh,
It's not, like I said, anybody who acts like they know where it's going.
I don't think
is-
anybody knows. But that's the fun of betting.
That is the fun of betting.
You know.
Isn't it?
So if you are a betting person, the
Wild.
best bet would be to bet Kamala because it's more bang for the
Kamala.
buck. What?
Kamala,
What did I say?
not Kamala.
What did he say? I thought
What
he
did I say? Yeah. I
Kamala.
said Kamala. Yeah, you're
Oh.
right. Kamala. Right? That's what you're
Yeah.
saying?
It's
Okay.
like comma la.
Comma.
Have you seen those shirts that are just
I
a
have seen
comma
those shirts.
and a
No,
la?
I didn't see those.
I saw a bunch of signs with that la 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 la. I was like, what is this? And then I figured it out. Kamala.
For Mello's wife.
Yeah, la la.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I think it's a real toss up, and I don't think we're gonna know.
Yeah, Yeah, I think it might take a few days.
It's going to take.
I
a little
definitely think it's going to take a few days with all. I think they said there was record number mail-ins.
I think that if he wins, we'll know tonight. I think that's how it's going to go. If he wins, we'll know tonight because.
If he
I
loses,
don't
they're
think-
going
I
to
don't
make sure
think-
everything was counted just to
Yeah,
shut him.
he's
going
gonna
to.
he'll fight the numbers more than she.
I don't
will.
think he will. I
don't
think
think
he's
so?
overrun. I almost think that at this point
He'd be okay if he lost.
he would be okay.
Yeah.
Like I think he's okay either.
Does he
outcome.
just like the money that comes in from like the?
I think
he
he-
likes
he's
he
been-
likes touring.
Think about it. He's been campaigning.
That's it, right? He just
He's
likes
been
performing.
campaigning for 9 years, if you think about it. Because
Yeah.
after you won the first one, there's only like 2 years before you start campaigning for re-election.
Yeah.
You lost that, and now he's running for again. Like he's been campaigning for 9 years.
Yeah, I think he almost hopes that he'll lose so he can run again.
Can
Yeah.
he run? Is there a limit to how many times?
Oh yeah,
he could
we were
run?
talking about that.
Ralph Nader would run.
Yeah, no, you can keep running. You can only win 2 times. You
I
can
know
run
you can
as
only
many
win
times as
2, but
want.
you could run as many as you like.
Yeah.
Nader, how many times did he
He
run?
ran a couple times at least, but then,
Handful.
but who's that? Jill Stein.
Stein, yeah.
She's run like
Ben's wife.
how much time?
I do think he almost doesn't care at this point.
It does. I don't know, man.
He's like-
He's deep throating the mic
he's
now
so-
on fucking. Did you see that one where he was pretending to jerk off the mic and deep throat the mic?
He's almost like, let's see how much crazy shit I
And
can
I
say. These
almost
fucking
feel
idiots
like-
are still gonna follow me.
I want to say, feel like at this point,
Yeah.
it's just like, let me just see what I can do.
Yeah.
And like, if anybody
Yeah.
will ever not like me.
Yeah. Like, holy shit, they bought that too.
I wonder if like 8 years from now you can get like the hologram Trump.
Oh, of just him deep throating
he's
a
at
mic.
home and he's just like, all right, I'm going out to campaign. Doing like Tupac here.
Tupac Trump.
I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to this to be over, but I'm also like worried, like what the ripple, like
'Cause
what's going to
there's-
happen.
Right. There's
but-
there's no good side for it to fall on. It's because
Yeah,
people are going to be
unfortunately.
mad either way.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I definitely, there's no secret that I didn't vote for Trump. Like, it's
Right.
like, oh, we're not going to ask you, like, anybody who's listened to the podcast in the
Yeah,
past
yeah.
knows that I didn't vote for Trump.
So January 6th, you won't be storming the Capitol.
So it's
The
like,
Insurrection Part 2.
yeah, it's,
I
but
saw
it's like,
something
but if he doesn't win, it's not like it's just going to go away.
Oh,
You know
no.
what I mean?
No,
It's
it's
gonna be-
not going to go away.
It's almost like I don't want it to win because that's not who I vote.
I feel like if
but
he
a part of
wins,
me is
at
like
least
to
there's
just
an end
win,
in sight.
go through the 4 years, and then it's done, and then we don't. And then he
Isn't
can't
part
run
of
again.
you feel that way, like as
Yeah,
as
like
odd
honest,
as
like
it,
I'm like just because then that's the only way that it's gonna be over. Like
Yeah.
this the following because then he can't win again, so they're gonna
Yeah.
just shut up. But it's like
It's
he's
almost
getting
like
old now. So.
winning, but we could have did this 4 years ago, and it could have been over after
Right.
this if we would have
Yeah.
just voted
Right.
him back in.
But the only thing that keeps me from doing that is like the Supreme Court. You know,
Well, part of me thinks
Issue
that's the
is-
other thing that the
that's
only
the only
reason
thing
why
that
he
really
wants to win
scares
is
me.
because that's the only thing that stops him from really going to jails if he wins. Probably.
it's not even that. It's just so that one of the and I don't listen. I know like old baseline shit. Like I don't really go deep into this. I have my feelings, but I was hearing that one of the older Supreme Court judges said he would step down if Trump wins with the Republican judges, so that they could fill that spot
With
so
a
that,
Republican.
so that Republican seat will last even longer. Which is what
That's what it all is
Ruth
about.
Bader Ginsburg should have done, but she was selfish. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, she was so great," But I'm like, she was so selfish. She went out to be magnanimous, step down to fill that seat. You're 1,000 years old. Like fill that seat. Like that's not. You know what I mean? Like all the good
you might
good
be
you
one of
did.
the only people I've ever heard to see something negative about Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Well, yeah, that's
agree.
like
I'm not
that's
saying you're
legitimate.
wrong.
Anybody who's like, "Oh, she did great things for the country," yeah, up until she refused to step down, and then they filled
now
that
what
seat.
was this? I don't follow along with this stuff. What did
That's
she
big.
do?
Okay, so she stepped down when there was a Republican in office, and they
No,
filled
she
it.
died when there was a
Well,
Republican
died,
office,
but
and
she never stepped
But she
down.
knew that was coming, so she was in office during Obama. And then when Trump was running, I guess she probably thought there's no way Hillary's going to lose, so she didn't think it was important. But you supposed like you're
supposed to
in that seat until you die or you step down.
Okay,
So
so she should have stepped down.
she should have stepped down so that Obama could have filled that seat with a Democratic judge.
Okay,
Like I think
So then you want to level out. Not right now. It's way off balance. There's way more Republican judges, and if Trump wins, he's going to put like that guy's going to step down. Then they're going to solidify another.
Republican.
That's how
seat.
fucking Wade, Roe versus Wade, got overturned.
That's
because
that's
now
how
that-
it'll stay that way if that happens.
If Ruth didn't do what she did,
see.
that would have never gotten overturned.
Yeah, like if she
Exactly.
could go back in time, I'm sure she would not die.
Yeah. Well.
No, she would have stepped down for sure.
She would've stepped down, it sounds.
She is what affected that. Yeah, Road
But
versus
her
Wade.
dying, like,
Yeah, but that's what you're supposed to do.
probably didn't think she was gonna die.
When you're that age,
she was that old, like you're that,
How
like,
old
and it's
was
selfish.
she?
Like, what are you doing? Like, just find somebody. You
You're
think
on God. You're playing on fucking.
you think you're the only Democrat that
You're
can?
on house money.
You think you're the only Democrat that can do this
Maybe
shit?
she didn't think she was gonna die. She thought she would be.
Doesn't
able to,
matter. When you get to a certain age, it's like, and first of all, it shouldn't be like a lifetime thing. It should be once
It
you hit to a
shouldn't be
certain age.
lifetime.
why
you're
wouldn't
out.
anybody? I don't get these people that want to die in the chair.
It's an ego thing.
It's
just
gotta be, right?
Yeah, it's
Nobody else could do it better.
That's what it is.
Maybe that's why I'll never reach the top because I'm ready to just. I don't want to.
Are you even trying anymore though?
No, no. I'm working on myself. I'm working on myself.
Okay, but
Which
your
is
set
more important.
is not getting any attention.
No, but I started writing recently
You want to do what?
just because I got a new computer.
you
Yeah, you
did.
quitting
Yeah,
comedy
and
again?
No.
What'd you get? Did you get a Mac or?
I have a.
What side did you vote for? Apple or Mac?
I have the Mac. It's not a new. It's an old computer.
Okay.
That got. Remember that one? It doesn't have a lot of. It's the Mac Air.
Yeah, you couldn't log into it. Or something?
Right. I
Yeah.
finally got that taken care of.
Okay.
But it's fine. It's I got that Scribner writing app. So it just keeps me in check. But honestly, I'm just like I'm not I need to work on myself before I go out and just
And you have a computer?
try stuff.
This is like probably stuff we could talk about off this. But
Yeah,
if,
but I have a
if you guys
computer.
both have a computer, then we can do shit like we can do shit on Zoom with like better cameras and stuff.
I'd love
fill
to
in-
try that. Yeah.
To fill in for like Patreon stuff or whatever.
Well, let's do that. Well, he doesn't have. He only has
Something.
an
If you have
iPad.
something, I can set you
can
guys
do
up
it.
with a better
I got
camera.
it.
You can use your
Yeah.
phone. It's like we'll figure it out.
But anyway,
that'd be
don't you
great.
have Pat? Didn't you come
Oh,
bearing gifts today?
Bearing gifts.
Bearing gifts. Yeah, I brought beer for me.
Yeah. Bud Light Lime.
Bud Light
also
Lime. Great,
the worst.
great beer.
The
Trying to
worst
get
beer I've
sponsored
ever
by
seen.
things At this point.
You are.
So I've
What do
been
you
on
got?
What?
Can we just make up sponsors? But can we just start saying that people sponsor like this
Yeah.
episode's sponsored by and just throw some shit in?
This
Peepers.
episode
It
is
sounds good.
sponsored by
Yeah.
Peepers.
Yeah, so yeah, you're sponsored by Budweiser. Go ahead.
So I've been on the podcast enough times, and I've listened to enough episodes. Way too many, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And I decided to come on. I'm going to make a Mount Rushmore of episods.
All right.
The
Are
top
you going to hurt
4
people's feelings?
No, I'm
An
going to be
Epismore. Mount Epismore.
Mount Rushmore. I got my top 4, and I got the bottom 4.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm worried about
I
the
want to
bottom
hear
four.
the bottom 4 first.
You can't do it that way.
Can't do it that way.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
You listen every week?
sure.
You don't.
I do. I do.
He listens most.
Because you seem to text us pretty quick after the episode is done.
You need
your
feedback.
Your thoughts, your feedback. All right.
Like my live journal is my group
Yeah.
chat.
All right. Good.
So you're suspicious that but he doesn't do that for every week.
No, he's
There was
pretty
a time
consistent.
where
There
I
was a
think he
little time
stopped
where he
listening.
stopped.
Yeah.
I
He
had
texted me.
Joe-
He wrote me after last week with some comics to add to my worst comics list.
Oh God.
Did you agree?
Yes, but what I told him, I said these are all a little too obvious. Like I'm looking, like I don't think there's enough people that would disagree with it. I want it to be a little controversial. Like I want almost like comics that people don't even think are bad
Yeah.
on the list.
Oh, all right.
This was like like yes,
Yeah,
everyone that he said on the
100%.
list deserves to be there, but it's not.
So let's hear
Let's go.
the Mount Rushmore.
Wow, Mount Rushmore. So first off, we're going to start 297. Confronting Carl.
Confronting Carl.
Confronting Carl. I think
Who
that's
the hell is Carl?
Carl, this was the
This is
the
when
guy
you-
that shit on
Oh,
us.
that guy. Yeah.
I thought this was a nice like team solidification. You had Ryan on here. It's a 3
Yeah.
versus 1. Everybody held their own.
Yeah.
I thought Chick would go off the fucking deep end,
I wanted to, but I tried not to.
and I thought B would take it.
Chick showed a lot of maturity
But-
that
but
day.
you
I was,
know-
very,
Really
I was
did.
very proud
But
of
that
day.
showed Chick because the guy was he showed up, he was here,
Yeah.
and once you see a person face to face, listen, he basically laid out what he does. He knows that he gets shit for it, why people don't like him. So
Yeah, I think at this point you're not just a voice; you're a person.
yes, when
And,
you see a real
So
face.
that's number 4.
I'm not top 4. There's no order.
They're all up there.
They're
They're
all
on
up
the mount.
there.
That's a
Okay.
surprising
All right.
one.
Why? I thought it was like the first episode of you three guys really banding together.
It's certainly the episode we got the most views on YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Their listeners commented. I was like, oh, they're gonna get the whatever it is bump, and I'm like, yeah, we definitely got the bump.
Yeah, we got the bump.
Yeah,
We
nobody
got-
stayed around for the.
We got the Carl Hamburger bump.
Nobody came back.
Yeah, the Carl Hamburger
Yeah.
bump.
Good old Carl Hamburger. Rest in peace, I think. I don't know.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
171, Travis Grant.
Travis Grant.
The funniest episode, in my opinion.
Really?
What number is this?
171.
This is the first
Travis
time
is always
Travis
very
came
funny.
on.
Yeah. Is he on multiple times?
He's
I
been
think
on a
Tra-
couple times.
Yeah.
He was the first guest that you had on,
No,
wasn't he?
No, I think Travis
this
is
is
only
before
on
my
once.
time. Yeah,
You never had Travis?
Travis has never been on the podcast.
I thought Travis came here and
No, I think he was
All right.
only on once.
All right, so Travis is only on once. So
What made it so good?
he was a fun time.
his stories were great, and this is before I even knew you. I was just like a fan.
Oh.
I'd be your little open mic guy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stories. It's about him doing things. I'm not gonna.
Pissing on people?
Sexual
Yes.
things.
Yes.
Oh, the pissing, the guy that paid him to piss on him.
Yeah.
So you just like that's just a set. He did that. He does that in his act, doesn't he?
Yes, now he does.
Does he? Oh, it's still funny.
I think he
Yeah.
did do it on his act.
Yeah, I saw him doing it
I
at
think
the
it
Alibi one day.
progressed and it got
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
So your favorite episode is when a comic came on here and just did a set. Go ahead.
I think it was
funny
before.
comic.
It was before he was doing that set.
Yeah.
That's a good. That's a good
This
bit. I
is
thought that was
from-
good. Yeah, it was nice. I was surprised to see him be so honest. Stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
it was
why
good.
I thought this was good.
It was a
episode.
good. It was a good episode.
I had fun with Travis.
All right, great. I'll go third. 212, Devin Bramble.
Devin Bramble's always fun.
Bramble brought it. Any subject that came up, funny as hell, knew his stuff, and we learned a little as an audience.
Can I give you a critique or criticism or a? Can you give us this with a little more gusto? Can you?
Because this is now. This is going to be on the bottom four.
Yeah, you got. Can you give us that old Pat Dunn? Yeah, this is what I like. I want more
You
from you.
can't ask somebody to do that.
I know I can't.
I'm
but
mature now, man.
now I
I'm a
want to see
different
him
guy.
turn it around. Maybe for his bottom four, he'll bring us a little.
I'll really rip into the.
there we go. See,
If you want.
now your voice is
I
starting
do.
to change.
Love Bramble, great guy. Okay,
Yes.
last one. We're moving on from this fucking bit.
No, we're not.
216,
believe in
Sophia's Soldiers.
Oh, that was
Sophia
Sergio.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sergio, yeah. Good. Great really great episode. Came on. He talked about his daughter who has, I think it was Pompeii's.
Yeah,
disease?
Pompeii disease.
Pompeii disease, and then this.
We raised a lot of money for
You did.
Pompeii disease.
That was such a good episode that I went out and bought tickets that day.
You did.
I did. I went. I supported. I didn't do the hacky bullshit thing of comedy show. Let me go there and try to fucking get a spot. Eat shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came to support a good cause, and that was a great episode.
That was great. That was great. And how was the show? Was it a fun show?
Great show.
That was a good show.
That was a good show. You had
Good.
some heavy hitters on there.
Who was
You
on
did
that?
2 nights.
Yeah, we did.
You got Will Papora.
Will.
Excellent. You got the Naughty House on there.
Yeah. That was fun. That was a fun time.
was a
Old
fun
Croxley's, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Wow, that's thrilling.
Excellent.
Recapping a
All right.
3-year-old show.
Episode 270. Ryan gets pegged. That's a good episode.
That was a good
I
one.
have
Isn't
them
that
in
5?
There's a lot of them.
Done a 5th episode.
It might be.
The 5.
203. Chick gets fooled by a possum. Honorable mention.
Chick gets
remember that.
fooled
Fooled
by
by
a
a possum.
what? Now remind me.
He's
thought it
fool-
was
there's
dead.
there's a possum in the yard and chick gets fooled by it.
Chick's been fooled by a lot.
Good times.
I
All right, now we're
remember
gonna go
that.
to the bottom 4 because I'm over this.
You are over it.
I'm
and
over it
this is-
immediately,
this-
'cause I
because
come
I
with
could
rage.
tell. I could tell that you're over it, but because you're not selling it.
I'm not. Bottom 4, episode 187.5, the Burbs review with Chick and Ian,
Oh, I never watched.
and
that
nothing
one.
against Ian. Great job.
So that was one of your
Doesn't
worst.
sound like it.
I did that as a Raz for you.
Because you love, I love.
He loves the Burbs.
Burbs.
Loves the Burbs. We'll get them
I
to any
think
goddamn
my
conversation.
love for the Burbs.
It makes me not want to like the Burbs.
I put it out there way too much.
Yeah.
I heard that, and then I was glad Tom Hanks got COVID because I was well over the.
Did you listen to me and Ian's actual review?
No, it was like 2 hours long of a hour. and a
No,
half
it wasn't that too long.
I did not watch that
I
either,
didn't
and I love
expect you to.
and I love Ian.
Bottom 4, moving on. Episode 243 with Steph.
Oh yeah.
So the backstory of this is now Chick has done one open mic, so he's a grizzled veteran in the comedy
Yes.
scene. We bring him to another open mic, and he meets a attractive lady there. Wants to take her under his wing. Let's get you on the podcast. Let's get you on some shows
Right away.
Let's
Let me show you the
let's
ropes
hear
how it's
your
done.
jokes, and I'm going to critique.
She thought I
them.
was
I'm
the
like,
head of like comedy on Long Island.
Yeah, because I mean your Facebook photo on Facebook.
And I'm sure you
is-
do a lot to clear that up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
2 people doing their first, and Chick's like, I got a podcast I'm going to put you on. It's mine. Come on over.
it's the only episode you did the introduction for.
Oh God.
Did
That's
I?
hilarious.
No, you didn't, but you really made it seem like I can get you somewhere.
Yeah. I did it.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah. That was fun. You don't.
What?
That was a fun episode.
That was a fun episode.
great episode.
Doesn't sound like it. It was in
No.
the bottom 4.
Yeah.
No, because she was terrible.
I liked the whole backstory with Chick just trying to get her on.
Yeah.
So
And
it,
she doesn't do comedy anymore?
no, the 2 of them. They did one open mic, and they were.
She would
that was
just
it.
every once in a while show up and just like talk about her sex life, I guess, was her basically her thought of comedy. Right?
Yeah, that's
I
a
don't remember, but
That's a friendly way to put.
friendly way to put that. Sure.
Mm.
Ask a question, you're not getting an answer. You know, it's great guest. Anyway, all right. Episode 127 is Stunts and Kung Fu with Anthony.
oh my God, yeah, that
This was the guy who Chris. Okay, so Chris did a movie or worked on a movie and met this guy who was like a
He was a stunt man.
man.
But he didn't. I
Do
kept asking
stunts.
him like, "What kind of stunts do you do? You know, do you run into a wall?" He said, "No, I don't really do stuff like he didn't stunt." You know what I mean? Just it was very strange.
That
Couldn't
was,
get anything out of him.
We
Nothing.
couldn't. That was a rough listen. Even Chris was like, "Oh, that wasn't good."
In the middle, that was one of those episodes. In the middle, we all looked at each other like, "Jesus Christ, how do we end this?"
I think you guys did this on Zoom too.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
this is
It was because he was from California,
Florida.
okay.
or Florida. No, that's what Chris went to make the movie. I'm pretty sure this kid was a California kid. But either or, that was a rough one.
hence the Mount Rushmore.
What number was that?
That is 127.
127. Yeah,
So-
man. Whew. That was probably COVID
So who
times,
were the
man?
bad ones now? We had Steph,
We had Kung Fu Anthony here.
Kung Fu Anthony, Steph.
I have another one.
Oh, yes.
193, the private investigator.
Private investigator. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He didn't do much either.
He didn't do much.
Was I not on that one?
You were not on that one. 'Cause-
Because I don't remember him at all.
yeah, we. That's an episode you were needed on. It was
Yeah.
stories that went nowhere.
It was just me and Chris and him.
Yeah, it's I'll probably have 3 beers when I'm on this episode right now. I think Kid clearly had like 12.
There was a few.
There's a lot of it
Yeah.
gets just progressively worse and doesn't stop. We need a chick. You needed to be there.
You know, I often say that.
I'm happy that an episode I wasn't on made the bottom 4.
Well, there's a lot of episodes that I notice if they don't go well, you need Chick. There's something about him. He could be a lot, but he also sprinkles in some of his stuff, and it helps the podcast.
You need
oddly enough.
You need chick to chick.
You need to, yeah, you do. So is that everything?
That's everything.
Good job. Good
Thanks.
job. Thanks for making us relive all those.
Hey, it's for the listeners out there, you know.
Yeah, and I'm sure the listeners who aren't sleeping by that are gonna. Why were you so against? Why you were like excited about that, and then you were like came time to it, you were just like, all right. It was like one of my bits that I shit on.
Yeah, you were
before
over
I
it
do
before you
anything.
started that.
That's life.
Is
That's
it
how I
because
ended.
Chick told you when to do it? Because a lot of times I have something to say, and then Chick's like, "B, just tell it," and I'm like, "I'm not ready right
It's
now."
not an organic conversation.
Right. I got you.
So it was me trying to get it going that
No, it's
ruined
not,
that.
I didn't come prepared. It's on me. Blame it on the
You're always prepared.
Nah.
I almost called you Chick.
wow, you
But
piece of shit.
forget that the best and worst. You've been on for how many times? Has it really been 6? Or is
6.
that a guesstimate?
6, but I mean, I omitted like your like if you guys do a Hall of Fame people like Neil is first introduction, Christian Hahn.
These are so you have a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, an adult
Okay.
baby Hall of Fame, sure.
Wow.
Bergen.
All right. Bergen. That's it?
Bergen and Christian were also around a lot for a while where they were reoccurring guests. I feel like there was a time where they were
Yeah, because we were doing a pod.
You were doing we were doing that other podcast. They were just around a lot.
There was a lot
in
of
your
them.
apartment and came on a bunch, but we always had fun with them.
Yeah.
I would Christian came on with you and Bergen, but I wasn't there for the Bergen one.
That's a good one.
That is good.
You know,
right.
like your episodes, like Thanksgiving ones and like Christmas, where you will.
You like the holidays?
I do. I'm a nostalgic guy. But the episode at Nostalgia is fucking dog shit. So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Well,
Was that the
What are
one
you
that
gonna
we
do?
tried to do the?
You had like 3 different podcasts. At
Yeah,
once.
that was
Way too many.
a nightmare.
we
That
could have
was-
used Ryan for that one.
We could have used
Yeah,
Ryan.
Ryan
Did we
would've-
ever tell you about this?
Ryan would have got that train back on the.
So we
on
had
the
the
tracks.
nostalgia podcast. What was the other one that McCaffrey did?
Remember?
Whatever.
What do you mean you had like?
So we did. We were going to do a joint podcast one, like all three different.
3 different podcasts. One.
So you had that podcast, the nostalgia podcast that your buddies
Yeah,
do.
us and another 2 people
podcast.
or 3 people was it?
You were all recording one podcast.
There's
One
like-
podcast.
And you
there's
were all
like
gonna
7
release it.
people.
Release it as like our, on
Everyone
our
was
own.
going to release it to their
Exactly.
podcast feed.
And we did it at Lithology, so we had the place is pretty much shut down. We had a huge table.
Yeah.
Everybody had microphones, I guess, but it didn't work.
The connections,
people?
but
Too many
but not
cooks.
even that. Nobody knew how to really like. It wasn't wired, so half of us weren't even. You didn't hear anything.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was an all. Even if it was good, the recording was so bad that it wouldn't have been good.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't have heard half of the shit that we did talk.
That
about.
guy's
like
a hustler, man. Huh? The guy, the
He
mythology
is.
guy.
He is.
Yeah.
I like Manny. Manny's good people.
Yeah, man.
And then the
Yeah,
other
stays-
guy's not
stays busy.
involved in the. Is he involved in the
Who's that?
actual brewery? The other one he does the podcast
No,
with?
no,
This is
I don't.
the
I think
podcast.
That's just his
he lives in
podcast.
California.
He lives in California. Yeah. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it's been a lot of good times. It's been a lot of bad times.
one thing we do pride ourselves on, me, is we said we've had ups and downs. We just keep trucking.
That's true.
Good, bad, or indifferent. Just keep going forward.
Yeah, and there's been a lot.
There's probably been times where it's like, these people should stop. But then you have a good episode and you're like, this is why we do it.
Yeah,
Yep.
Nothing?
I agree.
No,
I
you
agree.
said,
Listen, I'm never gonna quit. All right. I'm gonna die in this chair like Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
like,
He should have stepped down, but I'm not stepping down for the good of my country. I'm staying in here.
For you.
I'm not going anywhere, folks, and neither are you guys. Or I'll just replace you.
Either way, just record it on your phone.
Yeah,
Post it.
eventually it's just gonna be me getting blood work. Like I did it again, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
that's twice this year.
that's twice. Well, Pat, thank you so much for coming on, and that was that's a fun episode. No, I'm kidding. We appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you guys. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, yeah. So what else is going on? I wish we played that game at the end.
Yeah.
Explain to me why it's funny. What's that? Interesting. Quit fucking with them.
I'm like, this is my 2 group chats all in one room, though.
I know 2 group chats that he didn't respond to until like 3 in the afternoon. But that's
What, you were off today?
He was, and couldn't respond to a text or vote. So
Yeah,
it's
Well,
chick
yeah.
for
Big
you.
big day.
I didn't want to vote. That I'm choosing to not
And
vote.
you slept late.
No.
What time did you go to sleep last night?
I don't remember.
7 in the morning.
No, it wasn't that late.
Because remember, was it last week at like 6 in the morning?
That was a Friday night, though.
It was a Saturday morning.
Whatever.
Chick sends a text at 6 in the morning, and it was like he's
Saturday morning. Yeah.
he's either awake really early or he hasn't gone to bed yet.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to bed now. 6 in the morning. I'm driving on I-95. This guy's
Yeah.
going to bed.
Uh-huh.
What a
I
life.
stay up late,
Are
man.
you still sleeping in the car?
No, I haven't been in my car in a long time.
Been a while.
Good for you. Wow.
Well, the weather's been nice, but I think if I'm gonna do any smoking this year, I'm not gonna do the car thing. I'm gonna just be in the garage.
Garage? You have a nice garage for that.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm just gonna
You
try
put a
to
little
Did you upgrade
space
your
heater in
chair
there?
there?
put a chair, might hang the TV in there.
Oh, you should. Yeah.
Who's got it better than you?
Nobody really does. I
Yeah.
mean, he complains, but he's got it pretty
It
good.
is a stress-free living. I mean,
That's not though. But all right.
Listen, there's,
if you wanted it to be, it could be. I mean, like, what is your stress?
I guess it's all self-induced. Induced.
Self-induced.
the self-induced dude.
Like the pressure of wanting to have your own place, or pressure to do all that shit. That's could be a stress. But if you decide, I don't really want that,
But he
then
doesn't
you're
want
not
I am
stressed.
kind of depressed and miserable though, but we won't get into that on
What's
this.
That's every
why not?
episode of this podcast.
Because
What is the
I'm
root?
not
Is it-
I'm not physically going through that at this moment where I'm like depressed and all that. So when I'm not, it's harder to talk about it. If that makes any
Okay.
sense.
Do you not want me to ask questions?
No, no,
about
no. You could ask away, but when I'm
It?
not,
But dude,
but when I'm in it, I have no problem explaining why and whatever.
Do you just
So,
like
but-
not like
But
to
when
think
I'm
about
in
it?
like a decent place, I guess I'm not feeling it, so it's hard to explain it. I
Okay.
guess. But ask away. It's not that.
well, I mean, I guess if that's the case, maybe
Well,
you want to answer my
I
question.
put a
Like,
lot of-
when you
listen,
think about when
you're
you're
right.
depressed,
I
what are you
don't
thinking
have
about? Like, what are you wishing?
Because I feel, I do feel like I wasted any potential that I did have as a human.
Well, you're coaching kids now. You're doing good.
Right,
Yeah,
but
but like
the-
I do certain things, but like my life as its own, like, yeah, you could say he has no stress and that he's 40, he lives at home and he's really got nothing to worry about. Or you could look at it, he's 40 at home, no girlfriend, nothing of his own, nothing to hang your hat on.
That's just but that is an outside look, and I understand that.
No, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know if I'd be happy with myself.
That's why
in
I'm
that
saying,
position.
like, I always say, like, as much as, like, yeah, you can look at it one way and be like, oh, he's got nothing to worry about. It's also,
But the problem is, and I'm not dismissing how hard it is to get up and do stuff, but it's not like you're not.
It's all
dead.
in my control.
You're not dead yet.
oh, I know.
Like, yeah,
Still time.
like
That's the depression part of it.
all that shit. Like,
Is
you
getting
can find
over
something
that.
that you like to do, and you can find a hobby you like, and you can, all that shit. If you start that now, you would feel just as good
And you're
working
not
on
wrong.
yourself now than you did.
You're right.
You wouldn't be so worried about what you've wasted, but you're wasting. You're like you're worried about what time you've wasted, and thinking like, and I'm not going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
like that's an added
Exactly.
depression
No,
about
you're
it.
right. 100%.
So if you start saying like, I'm going to do something about it, if you get 2 weeks into doing shit about that, you're
You're
going
right.
to feel so much better about it.
The problem is getting past those first few days.
I understand
because
that.
those are the
I'm not-
hardest.
I'm
part.
saying,
No,
I'm
no, I
not
know.
dismissing
I'm
how
just
hard
to
it is to get
answer
up.
you. Like those first few days, I get so miserable. Like every time I want to quit cigarettes, I'm so miserable those first couple days of just snapping and being angry and almost just wanting to sleep. So I'm not up thinking about wanting to smoke.
Yeah,
To the
man,
point where
got
I
it.
always cave, and I have to get past at least like 3 days like that to get, I don't know, break the routine a little bit. So yeah, I'm a creature of negative habits that I have to break.
I feel like you know,
I know exactly
you know
what I
all
need
the,
to
you know,
stop.
you know what you need to do, and you know what you need.
Yeah,
Not
it's just
to
a
do.
matter of pushing my
That's the thing. Like,
miserable
like
ass to
denial
do
is
it.
like the first step of something. You don't deny you. You're you. You embrace chick.
Yeah, but then I have to stop embracing me and start being pissed about it.
Yeah,
Is
this
it
doesn't
work?
really wait, but this is it's.
Why are you staring at me like you're like?
I had in my notes because somebody's talked about yearbooks and like getting yearbooks signed. You strike me as the type. Did you like? Is your yearbook? Do you still have your yearbook for one?
Yeah.
And is it filled with signatures?
Yes.
Yeah. So is that your peak? The amount of signatures you have in your yearbook? Like, is that where you have your hat? Is that you can hang your hat on? How many signatures you have in your
No,
yearbook?
no, because you know what I can
signed
say
over
is
pictures.
if we had like yearbooks as now like a life yearbook, like at the end of it, I would probably still have a ton of signatures. Like I still have a lot of people.
You're a likable guy.
He is a
like
likable
in very
That-
small
Right,
doses,
but that's
yeah.
not.
but I don't
there's
feel
no-
like I peaked as far as socializing
There's
at high
not.
school.
There's not the value in that. As you get older, the value in how many people you have signing a yearbook is that's just.
But the value in
dissipates.
people that I'm still close with, I think, is more valuable now because it
Right.
shows the maintaining relationships with a lot
Yeah.
more people.
Most
than
of those
others
people
do.
that signed his yearbook are still there. They would sign his
Exactly.
yearbook today.
Right.
That's the
so
important
that's
thing.
that would be
nice.
what I would hang
Yeah.
my hat on.
I chose.
Some may hate
I
me
didn't have a
still.
lot of. I didn't have a lot of friends in school, and I didn't want to go around asking people to sign my yearbook because I knew if it's not going to be a lot, I don't want anybody to sign it.
Really?
Because then I can act like, well, I didn't want anyone signing it. It wasn't because it would have been 6 people.
Get
My
one
girl,
page
I had
per,
a girlfriend at the time, and we spent just all of our time together. So she just wrote like a novel on the back of it, and that
Yeah.
was it. And then and then
Do
everyone.
you still have it?
I think so. I think somewhere.
I got
I think it
mine
might be at my
I don't
mother's
think there's
house.
many people who actually threw it out. I feel like if anybody lost it, it's probably in like a move
Yeah.
or something. Like it's somewhere.
But I was running from not being a popular kid by being like, nah,
Yeah.
you can't. People would ask me, can I sign? Like, I'm actually not doing that.
But yearbook signing was, I was going to say, yearbook signing, at least for our school, was like a big deal.
It was a big
They
deal.
almost gave
But it
you
was
periods to go around and ask
But I didn't want to
people.
flip through it
I got you.
a year later being like, so I got.
Would that have bothered you if you only had 6 signatures? If they were 6 close friends?
I guess so, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think most people would want like 6 close friends over 40
Yeah, that's what happened.
acquaintances.
But the only thing I will say is I like looking and seeing some of the randos. Like, I bet you there's a lot of dead people who signed my yearbook.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
We lost a lot.
We
Like,
did
not to
lose
be
a
like,
lot. I would like to check mine.
I
Yeah.
actually never thought about
But
that.
people did. People went for numbers. People were like, "Oh, sign my yearbook, sign my yearbook."
there are.
Like that was
Yeah.
That was
the
like Can't
thing.
Hardly Wait to the girl who had everybody sign right by their name. She wanted to get like the whole class.
Yeah, that was a thing, and I was like,
But I was also a dick then where I didn't care about the numbers. I just listen, I was well liked in high school. Like I knew I was gonna have a bunch, but like I wasn't gonna just ask, if you didn't like somebody, you weren't gonna
I
have
feel like
them.
you just passed it. Like, I remember just here, you like
Well, it
passed
did
it
get
around.
passed
and
around.
your book would just go
Have a
around.
good summer.
Not mine.
Good luck.
Yeah,
You get
there
your
was
generic.
There was some of that.
Thanks
but
for the cigarettes, chick.
there was some
Probably
good
a lot of-
ones. I remember some good stories. Like
That's what
people
I'm
would
saying. There
put
are
in
some
there.
good ones.
I would like to go back and read mine.
We should almost. That would be fun to bring onto the podcast.
It would be.
Yearbook signings. Yeah, like read.
I have
some
a
of
feeling
them.
it's only going to be me and you, though.
No, I'll just.
He'll read his novel
a
by
whole-
his girlfriend.
You can read that one.
Ryan,
Yeah.
have a good summer.
I can have her come on. I'll have her come on here and read it. I still talk to her.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I mean,
You still
right.
talk to all your exes, huh?
Yeah, I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
What about you, Pat? You talk to your exes?
Yeah, like my main ex, we're cool. I saw her at a
My
concert. over
main
the
ex.
summer.
You're my
My
main
main
I like
ex.
you rank your exes
Yeah.
too.
Where does she rank?
Yeah.
Last. No, like the one I dated the longest.
I got you. I
Right.
got
Yeah.
you.
yeah.
Right.
And you were a Pequa guy, right?
Yeah.
In high school, like, you graduated from Pequa? So
Pequa.
what about you
I
guys?
never
What-
heard Pequa
It's,
before.
I hate when people say that. It's one of my pet peeves.
You're a Pequa guy.
Why did you never heard that?
Oh, it's the
No, why
worst.
would I?
It's the worst.
That's a ridiculous thing to
Yeah.
say.
You've never
Yeah,
heard
that's
that?
I
Is that only people from Farmingdale referring to that? The Massapequa people
No,
say
I've heard,
Pequa?
I've heard Massapequa people call Massapequa people.
You've heard
I
people.
hate the town, so make fun of it all you want. Generally
hey,
I'm not
speaking.
making fun of Massapequa. I'm making
I
fun of
know.
you saying Pequa.
But I've never, like, I've just,
I know.
we played, when, like, on schedules would be Pequa.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. Yeah, well, I didn't have that kind
I
of connection
gotcha.
with you. You guys had a direct connection with it, but no.
But you guys had the same thing, I'm assuming, because I feel like Farmingdale and Massapequa really are spitting images of each other.
Yeah, it's the same trash people. It's we're all
Well, there's a little more trash in Pequa.
Yeah, it's slightly more. It was all everybody's last name was a vowel in Pequa for the
yeah.
most part.
I heard your list of friends on the car right here. I'm like these idiots.
Those weren't our friends, though. The names that we were saying were like
Well, I've met a
Well,
handful
some
of your friends. Excellent guys, love them. but,
top
like,
notch.
Yeah, but like your regular person on Main Street in Farmingdale.
Oh no,
I
listen,
was always
trust me.
impressed. I haven't listened to any old episodes, but I was listening to like you guys had your friends. And I'm like, oh, these guys aren't douchebags. Like I feel like I would have liked to have hung out with these guys. They seem
Oh
like
yeah.
decent,
We
decent
probably
guys.
would've liked-
You would have.
Yeah,
I think other than the politics side, which you're clearly on one, and I can promise you most of my friends are on the other.
yeah.
Outside that, I think you would probably think I am one of the bigger train wrecks of the bunch. I feel like
I don't think that's as shocking a statement as you think it was.
I can't believe you said that. It's like, oh, you're not gonna believe this. Guess what?
that is so true, though. It's really not that
A
shocking.
classic chick hot take.
The hot take. Oh, I love the chick hot take.
Oh God. Whoo.
Good lord.
Oh God, how do we start talking about yearbooks?
I heard it somewhere. I had it in my list of
yeah.
notes of things to talk about in the podcast.
What else you got
and
in those notes?
Him talking about not having a lot. It made me think of
Did someone you said brought that up to you, or you thought of that?
maybe I heard somebody talking about yearbooks, and I remembered.
Oh,
I remembered me not passing it around. I thought that was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like we would have like going out on like the weekends or whatever too, when the yearbooks
Yeah,
were
you
coming
bring it
out.
up.
Like that weekend, the yearbooks were out and about, making sure that you got like the close friends and everybody.
Yeah.
But our yearbook, they donated not half of it, but like a few pages because 9/11 happened that year. So my yearbook's like a reminder of 9/11.
Wow.
Well, that's something you can never forget.
I think it's partially why that whole thing sticks with me like it does. Just a very memorable year for me.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was for everybody. Everyone.
No, I know, but it was
Very
also my
memorable for
senior year of
Chip.
high school. Like, there was a lot. I don't know.
Yeah,
What did
there's a lot.
COVID year kids? Did they do a yearbook? You think?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Interesting.
There's no school events.
Maybe there's a video yearbook.
Well,
wave.
they always did
It's
video.
all,
My school did video yearbooks.
There's only
We didn't
writing
have
every
that.
other 6 pages.
I would like.
I liked how I watched that sink in.
they socially
and Ryan,
distanced their
they
Yeah.
socially distanced their
That was good.
signatures.
That was
I thought it was
that was very witty, Chick.
Yeah.
Good job.
I thought that was clever.
Very good.
Was it just pictures of Zoom? Like
I don't know.
Screenshots of their Zoom photos?
It could be.
Those kids really got screwed
They did.
because you can't redo your senior year. It's just like, see you later.
Yeah, but no, you're right. And kids want that, but
If you hated
maybe
high
maybe,
school, that's a
maybe we
great
should
thing.
walk. Maybe we should be pulling away from the. So much of who we are and is formed in those high school years.
But
and
so much of who you are is always formed in those years. Like,
yeah, I
make
know,
us.
but it's almost like maybe if we weren't in school on top of each other, there'd be less. Like I still think about
trauma
Like-
from high school.
not. I didn't have enough friends to have drama from high school.
No, I'm
but
saying trauma.
trauma. Yeah, not well. Trauma is a strong word, but like you see kids from like I'll see kids on Facebook that I thought were like cool, and like I still get feelings of like
Oh, yeah.
anxiety about like you want this kid that. I'm in my 40s. I'm still. I wonder if that kid thinks I'm cool. Like I shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like I shouldn't. Like that shit. It does. It's impossible to pry that shit apart.
And
for
that's
me,
why-
like it's not everybody deals with that.
Think about
and
it.
I'm very secure in who I am. And
I agree.
But then you see a face, and you're like, oh, does he
It
think
brings
I'm
back
cool?
your
Like
insecurities
immediately.
and
Yeah.
everything.
Does
Yeah.
Mike know I have Long Island's #1 podcast?
Yeah.
I don't think he does.
Yeah. It's wild.
I totally agree with that but I also feel like those years were so, like, I don't know if it's important is the right word to like mold who people become. That yeah, I feel like even
think
if
it
you're
is
not
important.
close with those people, when you do see them now on Facebook and all that, your first reaction goes to how you felt about them when you were in high school. That's the
Yeah.
last
Oh,
time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna come hand in hand. You're like,
Yeah.
I wonder what they think of me now. There's people I meet where I'm like, I hope I wasn't an asshole. And I don't think I was a big
Well,
asshole in high school.
Yeah.
But like this one girl I did driver's ed with, she actually listened to this and we talk now. But like I thought she was when I first ran into her outside of high school. I'm like, this girl's gonna hate me, and she didn't. I guess I was like, thankfully, but I was like, you never know how I
Yeah.
was.
Well, especially with you,
People
true,
can
though.
It is true.
You're not a piece of shit.
He's not. But he
Yeah.
comes off.
I mean, I spend a lot of time wishing I could go back and do stuff like that whole like if I knew.
Would you
then
redo
what-
high school knowing
Oh
that?
my god, yeah!
So
Like
would
that's
I.
my #1 fantasy.
Yeah, I feel
is,
like you
go
would-
back
you
in
would
life and
definitely
like
would.
redo stuff.
What would you do? Would you just get more people to sign your yearbook?
Well,
How would you play it different?
I would have gone into like the drama part of school.
Uh-huh.
I would have hung out with like those people. Like to me, I was like, like this is going like back with what you have now, like the maturity that you have now and the comfort. Like I was very shy and I would have never done that. But now, like I would have started stand up and like earlier.
That's
like
the big
in
thing.
high
is
school,
Things I was scared of doing, I would have just been.
I would have been in
"Fuck it,
theater. I would have been
do
in
it."
theater and the arts, like getting like I just would have just really got myself into that. world.
I wish I was more how I am now, where I don't give a fuck what people think type mentality. That
Yeah.
I was kind of like that in
It's
high
hard
school.
to
but
be that
not-
way in high school,
Well,
though.
you have to get comfortable, like you said, in who you are now to get that. But I definitely that would be one of my big things is being a little less shy, and I wasn't even shy, but I felt
Yeah.
like I was at certain things.
Yeah, that's really what it is, just being less shy in school.
Yeah. What about you two?
Yeah, the same thing. Yeah, I would have liked to have done drama too.
Yeah.
Like I would have liked to have seen
I would have liked
myself
to try
like that.
Okay.
shrooms. Because I was going to say
Yeah. all right. I would. Do you know
I
what?
would
I
have
would
liked
have
to
gone
try
back and be a
certain
better
drugs that
person.
I
More
was too
drugs?
scared to do. Yeah, because I was scared of some of the natural like.
See, his life would have been on a different trajectory.
I would have loved to
been so
try
much better.
shrooms in high school.
If only I
instead
could
of
go
being
back and
scared.
do drugs earlier. in life.
That's hilarious.
What about you, Pat?
A girl I graduated high school with won the lotto, so I probably would have went back in time and knocked her up.
Big time lotto,
wow.
big time.
But no, did you have a good high school? Did you like your high school years?
Oh
Were you,
no, I was severely depressed in high school. God, it's
Were
awful.
you?
Oh yeah. Ooh.
That's when all that. Well, I mean, everything that we had, when our first show that we.
I mean, it starts from like my godmother passed like unexpectedly, and that's like my closest person ever. So then it was just like I'm 15. I don't know how to do emotions. I don't know how to tell my friends. It's like I don't know what's going on with me. It's just like I'm gonna hang at home.
I don't
all day.
even want to be around anymore.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
was a real Carl Havoc back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
So you were happy to get out of high school though, or
yeah, it was all right. Like my bullies are dead from heroin overdoses, so we're all doing great.
Oh,
are
that's
you
good.
friends? Are most of your friends now from high school or not?
No, most of my guy friends went to like private school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
All
just
right.
like
See, I guess that's like most of my friends now. I mean, majority are still people that I was friends with from high school.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have really friends in high school to carry over to now.
it's friends like since we've been 14, 15, 16, but
But
we didn't go to
just
high school.
didn't go
Just
to high
like
school
me and Will Papora, friend of the
Oh, Will.
podcast.
You didn't go to
Will.
high school, Will?
No, I went to high school. With
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think can you do drama in high school and not have to sing? Can you do just like the
I think
plays,
so.
or do you have to do musicals too?
Well, I
think-
don't wanna
But I
sing.
think most of the plays were musicals. But I'm sure you could have.
No,
extra
they
part
did. I
without
think
it.
they would do like every semester they do a musical
It's
and a
usually
play.
always a musical.
Yeah, but I would
No,
have
they
liked
do
to
one
have
of each.
been.
I think in my school.
I would have liked to have been not like the like maybe a background guy. You know,
Yeah,
he's
right.
just putting
Yeah.
a,
I think that's what
a
they do.
bucket.
They
The
all get
tree in the
involved,
play.
but there's your singers and there's maybe some people that just help out.
Ensemble.
Yeah.
I want to be ensemble.
But then you get to be in a play maybe where you have a bit of meatier piece.
And then yeah. I would have liked to have maybe.
Would you
had a
guys have
spoken
tried
word.
stand up in high school?
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah,
I
was
wouldn't have.
obsessed. I remember when I first told people I wanted to try stand up, they were like, "Oh yeah, it'd be fun." But I was so shy, they never thought I would
Yeah.
ever do it. And then I went to an open mic, and I was like, "I'm gonna go talk to the guy about it." And people like, they were like, "Really? You're gonna actually?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it."
How
I was
old
just
were
like
you?
24,
Wow, that's the time to start.
23, 24.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, would you have done it when you were 16, 17?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, like I've said, especially if I was who I am now or had the
Yeah.
maturity, a little bit more confidence, yes, 100%. And imagine like
Oh, I agree.
like a talent show. You do
a
7
stand-up
minutes
and you crush.
of, like,
Oh, yeah.
about
the teachers.
about this about the school. Like
Yeah.
it's so much easier when you have
Yeah.
like a world that you can work
yeah,
on.
it's so true.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever would have started in high school. I wish I could have. I wish
Yeah.
I started right when I got out of high school.
It's tough because you don't want to be into like clubs because then you're the kid. It's like
Yeah.
you don't want to
Yeah.
be like the kid in clubs, but doing like
If you're that
Fun
good,
shit
though,
like
it's
that.
also probably awesome.
I bought. You should do what me and Ricky Grimes are doing.
What's that?
Great guy.
Is that what?
Great guy. Love Ricky.
He's the best.
I'm a big fan of Ricky.
Yeah.
What are you
All
gonna,
my favorite
you gonna
episodes
write your
are all-
jokes and put them on the back of the
We're doing-
wall like
we're-
Mike
he's doing
Birbiglia?
one man show. So I'm like I got a lot of jokes about
Well, you know I
weight
got
loss and weight gain, exercise, about
Yeah.
like my self conscious, about my my weight loss. So I have a ton of jokes about that. I'm gonna do a one man show about all that stuff.
I like
and I'm
it.
gonna write all my jokes on here. I'm gonna categorize them. I'm gonna put them together. He's doing the same thing about. He's got a topic that he's like.
And I have a
wrote lot of
topic
jokes
too,
about.
but you know.
Well, one
And then it doesn't need to be as funny, which just sounds like a cop out, but it's like
Does.
there can be a little bit of it can be a little more levity there, and you can put it together. I'm gonna film it, put it on YouTube, and then I'm not looking to get into stand up. I want to put a piece of work together here and perform it, have
Yeah.
some jokes in it, record it, and release it, and then that's it. I'm not gonna be a stand up I'm never gonna do that. But I would like to put together some pieces, do some open mics to maybe figure out if this stuff
Right.
works, and then just perform it all at once.
So how are you writing this?
Well, as you can see, I haven't
can
done
see it.
anything yet. But
I could,
yeah,
But you have the classic,
Colored-
the colored cards, which I feel like every comic needs.
so I'm gonna write every bit,
Every
and if it's
bit.
to deal with like I'm gonna have like eating, and then I'm gonna have like blue is gonna be exercise, and then I'm gonna have like is it a shameful thing or is
So
it
you're
a-
writing like I don't know, say like 1 or 2 line jokes about each topic,
Yeah,
and then you'll narrow them down.
I'll put them together so it'll be just put them on a board so you can kind of tell a story with them. And
Right.
so, no,
And
this,
how they
this belongs
connect.
over here. This could go over here. Then just to see it more visually. Yeah.
Interesting.
how many jokes would you guys say that you all have?
I couldn't. How many jokes? I
Yeah,
don't
it was
know.
just like
Like number of like,
thousands, hundreds.
But good or bad, like
I don't-
I
I'm
showed
not
you that
good, bad,
notebook.
or
I
anything,
showed
that's
you that notebook. I had filled with jokes, but they're all shit.
I
so-
don't care if they're shit. How many do you think you
I
say
don't
you've
know.
written?
I have no idea.
It's a tough.
I had
No, the only
I used to
reason
do
why I
35. I
asked-
did 35 minutes. I don't know, but some of them were long, and also
Yeah.
like some of them were jokes, long stories that had a bunch of jokes in it. So is
Yeah.
that one joke or was that 10 jokes? Because in that one story,
Yeah.
I had no way.
Well, I learned, I guess I learned, but I didn't know Rodney Dangerfield started later in life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
apparently when he started, he had like hundreds and hundreds of jokes or thousands
He was already
that he
writing.
was writing, but he never tried them. Like he never did any stand up.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess a lot of them were winners, but like I find that interesting. That,
Those are also his jokes are a lot easier.
Oh,
like
I
you can
get
kind
it.
of write that
Yeah.
down. Like, oh, I know. Like this is
well,
funny.
that's
There's
why
no.
I'm kind of,
yeah.
yeah. It's I guess you're
Yeah.
right, but I didn't realize he was like, what was he, a car salesman before he did that?
Siding?
Aluminum siding,
Aluminum
Yeah,
siding.
there you go.
Bayshore, Long Island.
But yeah, I didn't know that.
Really?
I
I
didn't
didn't know
realize
that.
he
Really?
started
No.
that late. Like I didn't.
Yeah,
I saw his
I
suit.
thought that was pretty.
You saw his
It might be
Yeah.
widely known. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not a.
Because when you're taking a,
We're about to have two separate conversations.
What happened?
One that I'm interested in. One.
That happens a lot where we just branch off into two different
Yeah.
podcasts.
I hate that. I used to hate going out with couples and the women would start talking. And
Oh,
the men would
yeah.
I hate that. Like I'm here for the four of us. First of all, I'm always more interested in what the women are talking about. And I get some dum dum who's talking to me about. I'm like enough of your fucking mulch. I don't care about your mulch. Like I want to know what they're talking about.
It's always mulch.
I hate that it's like, oh, now I can be talking to my guy. I'm like, no, we're all talking together. Here.
Yeah.
Don't be
yeah.
such a fucking.
Well, that's
dum-dum.
why you ever go to a party and the girls are in the kitchen
hate
and the
it.
men are in the basement.
I always go hang out with the women. I'm always like,
I hate
maybe
to
they
say
don't
it
want me
with
there, but I'm there. I'm like, I much prefer what you guys are talking about.
I hate to say it with my glasses. I've been ridiculed enough, but find me in the kitchen with the ladies as well.
I can do both. I like.
No, you
mingling
can.
with the ladies.
You float around. You
I'm
float
a floater,
around,
and then I like to find a spot by myself and just.
and then you
ignore
find a
everybody.
seat and you just.
Listen, my preference is that we don't break off and have two. Like I would rather everybody
Yeah,
get, you
no,
know, like.
I know. But what were you guys talking about?
Suits.
Oh, it really wasn't interesting. I just said I went to the National Comedy Center and they have Rodney's suit there. It was pretty cool to see it, like in glass, like his suit and tie.
Are you a fan of his?
Yeah,
He doesn't
not
strike me
really.
someone you would like. Yeah.
I don't ever watch him, but like I think what he was. Yeah, he was great.
I had no idea he started
You
that
respect
late.
him?
Exactly. Yeah,
you think,
yeah,
like-
he was great.
That's no
Like
respect.
Mitch Hedberg was great, but I don't watch Mitch Hedberg stuff.
No, I love Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah,
I don't
he was
really
great.
love Rodney Dangerfield. I like Rodney Dangerfield, but I don't,
Yeah, I
take
like them
him or
all,
leave
but
him.
I wouldn't sit down and watch.
But I didn't
them.
realize he wrote that many jokes like prior to his coming. Like I don't know, his whole story was. I just didn't know any of it, so
Yeah.
it was interesting to me. But
It's
you
like
guys
I
all
can watch
know
like
it.
4 minutes of all those guys, and I'm like, I can love 4 minutes of them, and then be like, okay, I can't.
Yeah. That's
But
about.
I just feel like, how do you write jokes and not perform them, and can actually be able like to know if it's any good?
you
Ask-
eventually, I
ask-
think you'd have
ask
to
Bob
perform
Newhart.
it. But yeah,
Why? That's what he.
He did a whole
his
album.
first album. He didn't even do it in front of an audience. He just said it into. He was just like talking one-sided conversations. Into
Did he
it.
really do? I didn't know that.
Well, he had like wrote a whole thing, and he was like, "Yeah, I want to record this," and he's like, "I'll just record it and send it to him." And like, he didn't even know that he was supposed to do it in front of an audience. Like, he just
That's
wrote
great.
jokes and said into a microphone.
Was it like a good album though?
Albert
Like,
Brooks recorded a comedy album in a studio, like with nobody there.
I think that would happen a lot back then. I guess, right?
I don't know about a lot, but yeah,
But it would happen.
you
Because
guys
there was
like
less
recorded
comedy
albums, even the ones that are done in front of a live audience. Do you like
Yeah,
listening to
I've had some of my biggest laughs have
on
been
the,
listening
like
to
the audio ones?
David Tell, "Skank for the Memories." I almost got in a
Mm.
car accident trying listening to that. And
That would be on my Mount Rushmore favorite.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Let's not bring you back to the Mount Rushmore.
yeah, that's
We
yeah.
would, but I'm nervous about him
That-
just going dead sleep while he's doing it.
Brian Regan live, like that's like just
yeah.
hearing that crowd, and they just slaughter in those things.
Yeah.
yeah. They don't make albums like that. Like comics
don't.
don't do sets like that anymore, where they're just slaughtering, and you hear people that sound like they're dying.
Are
anymore.
there any more comics that are Ken Slaughter like that?
Last album I heard like that was Mike Britt. I remember like
Mike Britt, huh?
yeah.
He's not who I expected you to say.
I just because the last time I listened to an album, it was like just an album, not a video element to it. It was
Yeah.
just an album, and the audience was dying. I thought it was funny. It was like this is like brings me back. To
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
He's around a lot, Mike Britt.
He's just like New York Comedy Club, right?
New York. Yeah, he's
I don't
like
know why he's
very-
not a cellar
he's
guy.
Very accessible. He's like I've been on shows with Mike Britt a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a fucking killer.
which it's
Yeah.
that's why I didn't expect you to say him. But yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. I think he got like on some sitcom too, though. So maybe he just made his money
Yeah.
and that's it. Yeah.
Deep
I
into
would
comedy.
try. I would try to do that those notes thing with my little project.
You can use the yellow cards for your gout.
Gout's done, baby. Gout's done.
I've been
Eating
saying
great.
I'm gonna do it for a while. I just like I gotta focus and do it. I don't like being one of those guys that says I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something
know.
and it just doesn't
I
happen.
do
So
that all
I'm
the
trying to
time.
be accountable. I'm trying to tell as many people that I'm gonna do it. So
So you feel like you have to do it.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I told enough people that
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
expecting
Oh,
something.
you're writing a one man show? Cool.
Yeah.
and
I've been
6
saying
years
that.
later, how's that one man show
I've been
going?
saying that for 5 years.
Yeah.
It'll probably go another 10 before I do anything.
You'll get there.
Yeah. I
We could do three. We could do a one night with the three of us. It's all 45-minute one man shows. We just get an audience
You
together.
want me to do a one-man
No,
show?
not the three. The Ricky Grimes because we was the only one
I
he's
was
the only
like-
one writing one. You write yours 45
He
minutes.
said the three of us. I thought he was talking about the podcast. I
Chick's
was
one
like,
man show. He's going to read his signatures from his yearbook. This is from John Fernandez.
Yeah,
I'm
All
down
right.
for that. That sounds fun.
Record it.
All right, well, putting
set,
it into
set
the
up the mics,
into the
set up
universe.
the cameras, get an audience
Ugh.
together. We all record a little one man show, 45 minutes, and we're out.
So it's not a good idea to bring my yearbook to the next show?
I think
No,
that's a fun
you should.
idea.
I think you should.
Well, you look through it, and then you determine whether or not you think there's anything there. How about that?
That's the way to do it.
Of course, I'm going
And then if it goes bad, we can judge you. Like, why did you think this would go good?
me, so I'll think all of it's gold.
Okay, but then we can criticize whether or
Yeah,
not that's the
that's
case.
true.
Yeah.
So it'll be a bit either way. Either it's really funny, or it's not. And the bit is that it wasn't very funny.
Either way, bring it in.
That's it. Next week, Chick's yearbook.
Yeah. All right. We're good.
All right.
Are we at that time?
Oh, we're well past.
Oh,
we
are
could
we?
have stopped a long time ago.
Oh, jeez. I didn't realize.
We should have. No,
I
I'm
had
joking.
to keep going so I can cut out that Mount Rushmore of shows, and then still be an hour. So, we did an hour 20, so I can cut out 20 minutes in the middle. And,
Yeah, you could fucking scrap that.
no,
No,
just fine.
we're joking.
Jesus.
Fucking, you sound like me saying like when
Yeah.
I do it.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you sound a lot different on the podcast than you do in the text messages.
Got a
was
lot
like
of vibrato and text.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I only do text to speech there. So
Yeah.
Text to speech, or you do audio.
The audio.
So they get sound bite.
Yeah.
We don't get sound
You
bites.
never give us a sound bite.
You'll get one tonight.
Oh, I can't
Ripping
wait.
into you now.
I do wish that I like that way more. It always feels like you're interrupting people's day more. Like I
Well, my
gotta
whole thing
listen to
is,
this.
I
You're-
like if I'm texting at work, I can't listen.
right. I know.
So,
Yeah, that's
like I'm not
frustrating.
gonna bother you at work. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna go take a shit at work. I have to listen to the thing.
To
now.
get
Yeah.
when you do get that, I never get it at a time where I'm just sitting on my couch. It's always where I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell is this?
Yeah.
I'm on the train. I can't look. I'll
Yeah.
get back to you in an hour. So.
There should be the option because like it does dictate. So there should be option like this is what it says, and if you want to listen to it, you can do it right there.
Right, like the
Transcript.
text, the
Transcript.
voicemail transcript. Yeah.
Podcast is doing that now too. I wonder if
They
our
are.
podcast.
I think it does.
You can.
Does
I
our
think if
podcast
you
do that?
posted it, you could do it. Like you. Have
I
an-
think it does actually, or maybe not.
in the Apple Podcast app.
No, it's not
automatic
in the app.
transcripts.
Oh, they have
'Cause it's really-
automatic transcripts.
I thought
on
it
this?
was
I haven't
automatic.
listened on that.
Because like if you go on the podcast app and like just search a bunch of words, it'll find podcasts where they
That
just
say
talk,
that?
like they just are
Yeah.
saying those words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I like that.
It's cool to find a thing of like, oh, what podcast was on? You can just like type a bunch of words and then hope that it finds that
And maybe you
episode.
find something new.
Maybe.
I'm always looking for something
Maybe.
new.
well, if you made it this far,
Yeah, I have to go home. I have a new sourdough I'm starting. I started a few days ago. I'm giving it its first feeding tonight. So
I hope
sourdough-
that thing dies before we
Now
get
you
a
say
chance
that
to talk
you
about
would
it.
say
want
that,
that?
but last time you enjoyed the fruits of my labor. When I brought in the bread, you loved it.
All right,
Isn't that right?
Well, until then, I don't care about
He's like
hearing it.
Jesus, bread and fish.
Are we gonna get to try some?
Of course. I can't
All right.
wait. I'll
Did
bring
you
it in.
try it last time?
He wasn't here for the last time.
Oh,
So
Tom Papa himself is bringing in some
yeah,
sourdough
news.
bread.
I had it. I was doing it for a while. Now I let it go to the wayside like everything, and now I'm back, baby. Because I'm in a real good spot. Like I said, I'm in a real good spot lately. I'm feeling really good, really, really good. All right.
Great.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.